Right, I've got Paul here from the Toon Review, big fella, Man Mountain. Paul, you must be hard, like, I mean, I'm freezing cold and I've got all this on.
Listen, cold doesn't bother me today, Eddie. I'm not bothered. It could be like -5. I'd still be in like a tracksuit, but just want to get in there. Just want it started. Just want to win.
First of all, have you been here before to see Newcastle?
No, this is my first time. I've been here a couple of times. I came to see Darlington back in the day in the playoff final, but now I'm. It's all changed since I was last year. I mean, I've played ice hockey at the arena just round the corner a few times, but I've bad memories of that with an own goal and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't wait.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's just to see you black and white here on Olympic Way. Were you at Trafalgar Square last night?
No, I stayed in Northampton and came in with Alex this morning by car. But obviously I've seen all the photos and that, and if we win, or when we win I should say, I'll be heading there tonight, definitely.
Oh, the scenes were absolutely amazing, man. It's just and good spirited as well. Yeah. If I released a video this morning to a soundtrack called 1892 about the Trafalgar Square invasion last night. You have to check it out. It was absolutely brilliant. Back to the game, Paul. I think we're going to have to be at our very best.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, Man United are on form at the minute. We haven't been. But it's a cup final, Eddie, and anything can happen in a cup final. Because I do expect us to be back to our best today. You know, Bruno coming back will help the defence out. When we bring in the ball out, we haven't looked secure, but I think that'll settle Botman and Shea down to play it to Bruno, and we start attacks that way. Obviously, we don't know the team news yet, so if Willock's fit, then does he play SM or does he play what he's been used to and playing like Joe Linton and Willock on the left? So there's a lot of decisions for him to make, but I trust him. I trust him to make the right one.
So yeah, I think we'll see all the big ones, but I don't know which order they're going to come on. But we need them all on. We need them all playing at their best as well, and not to get spooked by the occasion.
Yeah, I think the major decision is which striker starts. I think because doing our shows in the build-up, Henry Winter and Keith Downey both said that they think Wilson will start because of the way he roughs the defenders up. They can get at Varane and Martinez a bit easier than what Isak does, because Isak's more of a run at them kind of. But we know what Wilson can do. He can mix it up big style, and I think I've started to go that way this week, thinking Wilson should start, and then we'll maybe bring Isak on or ASM on. I think you'll have to have a couple of decent players on the bench, just because we are a bit lightweight squad-wise. So if he goes with Willock, Joe Linton on the left, and then maybe we've got Isak and ASM to come on. Not too bad subs when 60, 70 minutes they're tiring out, because they played Barcelona on Thursday night. Fatigue might be an issue for them, so it gives us an option.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think Newcastle need to come out the blocks straight away and put Man United under pressure, score a goal or even two. I think to give us that little bit of cushion, because I think if we don't, and the longer the game goes on, I think Man United could start to show their class that they've demonstrated in the past few games. And Rashford is on fire, man. He's going to be a real danger man today. Do you think we've got the military might to handle Rashford?
I think it depends where he plays, Eddie. Will he start him on the left? Will he start him through the middle? Most people are saying through the middle. I think Botman and Shea will have been working in training all week on this and how to deal with Rashford, especially the balls over the top. They're used to Nick Pope running off his line, playing sweeper, which he's done so brilliantly this season, apart from the error against Liverpool. So I guess whether they've put Karius in that situation a few times this week as well, we'll just have to wait and see. But I think balls over the top are going to be vital today, that they're switched on and realise where Rashford is on the pitch, because if he's through the middle, they'll be looking for him all the time. But you know what, something just tells me that we're going to come together today as a unit and make sure that everything's been worked on, and we'll carry everything out that there's been worked on in training this week, and we managed to snuff him out the game. And if we can do that, then anything can happen.
Unless there's been some development in the news this morning that I might have missed. It looks like Karius is going to play.
Yeah.
This morning, of course, he hasn't played for 2 years at any competitive level. He has got a history of being either a goalkeeping genius or making some absolute howlers, which have just lit at his whole career. The match could hinge on which side or which Karius we see today.
Yeah. Look, I think Karius, for me, I'm not particularly worried, but I think everybody puts too much on that Champions League final, Eddie, to be honest, because if you look very early doors in that Champions League, he took an elbow to the side of the head from Sergio Ramos. Now, if the concussion protocol had been in place back then as it is now, I think they would have had to take him off, because I think he was concussed. And it's been mentioned quite a few times that Klopp really put him under the bus, and I just think it's going to be his day. I think he'll be nervous, but he'll come out for the first cross, grab the ball, get a rousing applause from the fans, and that'll just settle him down. For me, I'm more bothered about the other end. You know, scoring goals has been a problem for us lately. Wilson's been off form. Isak hasn't really hit the ground running yet since he's come back. So it's scoring goals for me. I think that's vital.
So on that note, Isaac or Wilson?
I'm going Wilson.
And do you think Maximin's going to start?
If Willock's fit, I don't think he will. I think he'll go with what he's been used to and what we've done better at with Willock and Joe Linton on the left, which is a shame because it's a bigger pitch. I think it'll be Maxi's moment, but it still could be. You know, he could come on 60 minutes, and if it goes to extra time, he's going to play a lot. So having him on the bench, not necessarily a bad thing.
Because 3 or 4 games before the Liverpool game, when Maximin come on, I thought he was rubbish, to be honest. Against Liverpool, he was our man of the match. He terrified their defence. And if he is on form today, if he's got his head in the right place, I think he could be the difference today against a Man United side that we're probably going to come up against, and we're going to need gifted players like him who can turn a match just like that. I hope he does. So, predictions for the score today? I know what we hope and what we want. What do you think is going to be the score?
Do you know what? I've said 1-0, I've said 2-1. I think it might be closer than people think, and I'd love it if we scored in the 89th minute or 94th or whatever it may be, so there's just no time to kick off again, because I think if we score early, the nerves are still going to be there, whether we can hold out. I mean, look, we have been masters at holding leads in the past this season, so there's no reason we can't do it again. I'll go 2-1, and I think Wilson, and I think it might be Maxi's moment, grab the winner.
Well said. Yeah, I'm going to go for a narrow victory as well today. So yeah, Paul, thanks for coming on. Enjoy the match, and
No worries.
great to see you.
Thank you, you too.